I still remember I literally died. I had a flashback that till then whatever I have done वो सारे flashbacks आए थे मेरे पास and वो flashback आए and then a swap और फिर मुझे घबराहट होने लगी यहाँ पे and I removed and I fell down and then my father came and मैं रोने लगी and then he was like what happened like yeah, I did that and then my father started crying but then I always feel that this is my second life. I know that I was dead.
Hello everyone, my name is Pranav Vashistha and this is the Gut Feel Show, a show on mental well-being where we invite guests from all walks of life to discuss different aspects of well-being in their profession and in their life. Our today's guest is Femina Miss India 2020 Miss Manya Singh. We discussed about the impact of Femina Miss India on mental well-being and are there unrealistic body standards for women out there. Also, we discussed about her experience at Bigg Boss and also her struggles post Femina Miss India. Please keep watching till the end and subscribe us for more such interesting content. Hello Manya, welcome to the Gut Feel Show. How are you doing?
I am good and I'm really honored to be here today and thanks for waiting so long.
That is fine. I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
And I'll begin with the journey that started quite long ago. Your journey to Femina Miss India, how and when did it start and how was it?
It started back in 2016. It was not easy. It just started like from a small dream where it came on my ego that why it's not happening. Height के वजह से वो मुझे कैसे निकाल सकते हैं? Because when I came to Bombay, I was 14 years old.
Okay.
So I came Bombay just for education, like a quality of education, so that I can give my parents a good amount of standard of living. So at least they can have a good house or food or everything. So that was my motto. But then when I got to know that, okay, there's something called Miss India and the winners will get the crown on their head. So I felt like, okay, why not? And I ran away from my house. So,
is it?
Yeah. So basically when I did that, it was like, okay, सबकी बेइज्जती हो गई है, पेरेंट्स की बेइज्जती हो गई है. तो बहुत डिसहार्टनिंग था क्योंकि मेरे पापा ने बोला था कि जब तक तो कुछ करेगी नहीं तब तक मैं वापस गांव जाऊंगा नहीं.
बेइज्जती हो गई है in what reference?
बिकॉज यूपी से जब लड़कियां घर छोड़ के आती हैं तो उनको होता है इधर वो कहीं किसी के साथ चली गई हो या तो ऐसे कैसे इज्जत गवा के चली गई, ऐसे मतलब बहुत सारे परसेप्शंस होते हैं. तो when I did that,
but आपने क्यों छोड़ा घर? मतलब आपका
because
what was your idea behind that?
My idea was like if I'll be in my village I'll not be able to grow.
Okay.
Because it's just that you do the graduation, then you get married, and then your parents start working towards the dowry, which is still happening.
Yeah.
And it's very disheartening. I am completely against it.
तो आप मुंबई आ गए and you started with your education and eventually आपको पता चला Femina Miss India.
Yeah. So then I applied, then didn't happen. So I felt like I was not even eligible. I was like, okay. And then I started.
And you say not eligible, it was the height?
It was the height and the age also. I was 16 years old when I applied for Miss India.
So the height
They
criteria.
didn't know that.
So how did you combat the height criteria then?
It didn't happen eventually. Like, I was kind of not thinking practically, but then I started doing swimming. I have a big phobia of water.
Okay.
I mean not now yet. तो मैंने खुद को swimming सिखाया. Like I joined a class, then I started doing sprinting.
Okay.
Whichever way possible for height. So I did everything, cycling, but that didn't happen. But then I started doing campus sprints. उन्होंने campus sprints में भी height criteria में नहीं fit हो रहा था. तो मैं अब कैसे जाऊँ? Because I wanted to get into Femina. Either इधर से या back door से, कहीं से भी. So too much competition I did, but हर छोटे छोटे competition में जाती थी मैं, but नहीं हुआ. फिर eventually, even though I was not eligible, I kept on applying. मैं on ground auditions जो होते थे वहाँ जाती थी, वहाँ पे वो लोग reject करते थे.
तो ये तो बहुत stressful होगा ये time ना? I think इतना rejections झेलना is not easy.
It's not easy.
So how were you handling it all alone? Because I think support was lacking in the initial days.
I felt that nobody knew my like about my failure, not even my parents. So
You dealt with it all alone. मतलब.
yeah, and then when I was coming home, I was smiling.
Okay.
So I know I'm mentally very strong, but if somebody knows
बचपन
about,
से like this is something.
it's like since child. I mean, बचपन से जब तक मुझे याद है.
So you are बचपन से like that जिद्दी and
Yeah.
that person जो जिसको जो चाहिए वो achieve करेगा.
Yes. So I have become like उम्र से पहले maturity बोलते हैं उसको. That's where we become very जिद्दी, rigid about things. Ego पे ले लेते हैं. अब थोड़ा कम हो गया, but पहले था. So it was stressful, but it never affected me, because the one thing which I always say, that I had nothing to lose. I just had one thing, that I should keep on trying, and nobody knew about the failure and success which I'm getting during that way. When I in entire 5 years I got selected, I cleared one round for Miss Diva, and that time, so yeah, I didn't tell you, 2017 and 2018 में they reduced the height criteria.
Okay.
From 5.7 to 5.5. Now the perk of that मैं उसमें भी नहीं हो रही थी.
Okay.
Because पहले वो physically ऐसे check कर देते. But then when they reduced the height criteria, they got this medical checking वाला thing.
Okay.
उसमें height मेरी इतनी कम हो रही थी, half inch. Half inch में उससे भी कम. And I was getting rejected because it's Femina. It's a huge title and it's a huge platform, and they are very strict with their criteria. I was not getting in. Then a pandemic happened, and due to pandemic, they decreased the height criteria for
Further?
5'3".
Oh.
Yeah, and then that was my
That was
opportunity.
the time that.
Yeah, and I was like, this is mine. I mean, I was still not sure that I'm gonna get
So
crowned.
I think इसको जो बोलते हैं कि जब आप किसी चीज को बहुत शिद्दत से
शिद्दत से चाहो तो
कायनात भी उसको चेंज करने के लिए काम करती है.
Yeah, as I always say that I never say कि मेरी किस्मत काम आए. मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ मैंने
but
अपनी
situations
किस्मत को
were
किस्मत
needed.
से हाँ, इसलिए मैं
You were ready for the situation.
yeah.
As in you were preparing for the situation. The thing is that when you were ready, the time was right.
Yeah, and I always say that मैंने अपनी किस्मत को किस्मत से छीना है. That's a straight thing. I mean, there is no, I can't say there is no destiny. There was destiny, but 99% I worked really hard, which is not happening right now.
अच्छा, I'll just trace it back a little. मुझे एक चीज़ बताओ, जैसे आप बता रहे हो इतना अनरियलिस्टिक बॉडी स्टैंडर्ड्स भी कई बार हो जाते हैं फेमिना मिस इंडिया वगैरह में. आई थिंक इट इज़ वेरी स्ट्रेसफुल फॉर ऑल द यंग गर्ल्स हु आर एस्पायरिंग फॉर इट, जो उसमें आते हैं, जो उसके लिए एस्पायर कर रहे हैं. Does it impact the mental health of these people directly? Is there, क्योंकि stress और anxiety I think is normal with any competition. आप बोर्ड्स के एग्जाम की तैयारी करते हो तो भी है. प्लस दिस इज समथिंग जहाँ पे बहुत, जैसे आप बता रहे हो, इतनी हाइट से डिफरेंस पड़ रहा है. यू आर रिजेक्टेड. आप कुछ भी मेहनत कर लो, एक पॉइंट क्राइटेरिया से आप रह जा रहे हो. सो हाउ इज इट, as like I'm asking you in a general manner, is it too stressful? Is the competition very stressful?
It is traumatizing, trust me.
Okay.
Because imagine just 20 lakh application, and there's only 3 girls getting selected as top
20
3.
lakh?
Yeah, it's Femina. I mean, Aishwarya Rai ma'am, Priyanka ma'am, Shushmita ma'am, Rita Faria, everybody has come from there. So it's I think 2024 we are going to complete 60 years. And this is the oldest and original Indian pageant which is happening till now. And they don't charge anything.
Okay.
That's the best thing about it. Yeah, it is traumatizing. As I said, 20 lakh application, just 3 girls.
That is crazy.
In one country. 3.1 billion people. So it's a huge margin. I mean, not even one person. It's a different margin. And it is traumatizing. Imagine the girl who is making till top 5 and not getting crowned. For her, it's a entire life trauma, I can say that.
And आप कितनी बार ट्राई कर सकते हो?
You can try as much as you can. Like
Is there an age criteria?
Yeah, age criteria है. Till 26 you can try.
Till 26.
Now though they have enhanced their criteria. Now married women can also apply. Transgender can also. I think yeah, If not, yeah, they have increased. They have reduced the height criteria till 5'3". Indian height. So basically, Indian height, women height is around 5.5, 5.4. So they have given that एक opportunity सबको मिली है कि आप try करो. But it's not easy. I mean, even getting in the competition is also a very stressful moment. You meet different people. I was very stressed when I was in the competition.
Stressed about
Not the competition, about the environment I was in. I was not talking to anybody. I'm the most talkative person.
Okay.
But then the girls were so different cultures, right? So I was not able to gel up with them. So my main problem happened then I was not able to talk. And secondary, the one instance where things happen, एक चीज़ ऐसी हुई जहाँ पे मैं बहुत डिस्टर्ब हो गई. Actually एक नहीं दो चीज़ हुई. So when I was in the competition, somebody told ऐसे ही that I was not having clothes and all much of a clothes. I heard it, overheard बोलते कि अगर उसके पास नहीं है तो क्या ज़रूरत है आने की.
I didn't get.
I mean, it's like if she doesn't have anything, why
Okay.
does she
the clothes for the competition?
Yeah.
Okay.
तो उसको आने की क्या ज़रूरत है मिस इंडिया में?
Okay.
That statement I heard. And then second was like I was just so every night when we used to complete our day, हम guest house आते थे, सब बैठे रहते थे. I was watching Priyanka Chopra, I still remember, because I really like their voice and Lara Datta's man, the way they speak. And then I was watching in laptop, and then मैं वो laptop लेके बस मैं नीचे charger लेने जाते. And the moment I crossed just one stair, like एक lab stairs का मैं नीचे जा रही थी, I heard girls talking about me.
And what were they saying?
They were like, I think she comes from that background, that's why it's in her behavior that she's, I mean, something they were talking. That time it was very disheartening, very disturbing. But then one thing I know, that mental health is a serious problem. It just, we have to make sure that it should not control us. We let things, like हम इतना अपने thoughts को space दे देते हैं ना कि वो हमारा दिमाग हम पे खुद हावी हो जाता है.
Correct.
And that is the worst thing which youths are doing right now.
Yeah.
They are every day, like if you see वो statics होते हैं phones के, कितने time आप उस Instagram पे हो, 7-8 hours.
Yeah.
Even though if they are doing projects or something, they will be on Instagram, they will be on social media, they will be seeing somebody's life, they'll be comparing somebody's life, but they will not know that they are harming their.
It is in reducing the overall focus, attention to the real thing. But this also brings me to this concern which I have heard over time that you were also speaking about, the color.
Yeah.
Is that something which you also faced while you were in the competition, or is that something post-femina?
Look, if I would have ever, like, I have always seen people facing it. There were a time in my childhood, जब puberty आपको hit नहीं करती उसके पहले, that I was very, not very, wittish, dusky. और उस टाइम पे मुझे चिढ़ाते थे लोग, मेरे पेरेंट्स, मेरे फैमिली में बोलते थे. But after a point where I started grooming myself, my skin has changed, evolved. I look better now. My skin color looks better. But I've seen people who all are dusky. They like उनको treat ही अलग तरीके से किया जाता है.
I think it is generalized. उनको हम हर जगह पे ये problem face करना.
People are obsessed with white skin. Let me be very clear.
Yeah,
and I feel the British looking Indian skin tone is गेहुआ color.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
शुरू से ऐसे ही था. It is just the over time जब invasion हुआ, Britishers आए, Afghans आए, उस time पे things started to change a little bit, but mostly it is dusky. Indians are dusky in color.
Yeah, and British, not even dusky. It's like British.
Yeah. But ये अभी ना teenagers face a lot of problem around
I
this.
know. I have this one example. My best friend is she has got married to South Indian. He's from Tamil and he's dusky. And she just delivered her baby girl. I'm just so happy. But I went to see her. She's fair. Her father is black. I mean dusky. So the problem, what happened, people were like, we are so blessed that she's fair.
People are saying
so happy she's fair. What? What the-
People do this. People just, I don't know, they are speaking out of unawareness,
Yeah.
or they just don't know क्या बोल रहे हैं. They just say it. They don't even realize the repercussion of it. क्योंकि ये उस
Exactly.
बच्ची को बोला जाएगा अगले 10-15 साल.
Exactly. And when I asked her husband कि ऐसा क्यों, he himself was saying कि I'm glad she's not at my color. And I was like, why? Like, I faced so much. And then that's where I thought how much he must have faced the entire family.
Yeah.
And look, I have faced in my childhood, but now things have changed. I can't say that okay, matlab people don't comment on my skin because they know that I've won crown just because the way I look.
You are now the brand ambassador for these people. These
Yeah.
people who are wheatish in color.
Yeah, and I feel very proud. Like, look at Smita Patil. She was
Yeah.
phenomenal. People keep on comparing me with her. I feel very blessed. Deepika, Priyanka, ma'am,
yeah.
they all are British.
I think it is about the confidence that you
It is all
carry.
about
It
the
is the
perception
confidence
people
that
look
you
at, yeah.
wear is all that matters. Because people always try to pull you down.
Yeah,
It is in your mind that you know that if you are feeling, if you have that fear, it'll bring you down.
yeah, yeah.
If you don't have fear, if you have the confidence to carry anything you have, I think these pulling down behaviors ultimately stop.
You need to shut those voice which is around you so that you can listen your own voice.
Filter it out.
That's one thing which I feel. It's not even filter. Nowadays you have to shut सबकी आवाज़ें. अगर आप दुनिया की सुनोगे तो खुद की नहीं सुन पाओगे. And that's very evident. And nowadays I myself do that. Like ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं नहीं सुनती हूँ लोगों की. कितने सारे लोग कितनी बातें होते हैं मैं सुनती हूँ. कुछ चीज़ें इफेक्ट करती हैं, कुछ चीज़ें नहीं इफेक्ट करती हैं. Because I am mentally strong, मुझे उतनी इफेक्ट नहीं करती जितनी करनी चाहिए.
मतलब you have those boundaries कि आपको
Yeah.
पता है. Otherwise क्या होता है कि there's this concept of energy vampires. So
Yeah.
basically क्या करते हैं, they drain you down. So once if a person is vulnerable, they don't have their own boundaries to guard themselves. They get easily drained. They get carried away in situations.
I get like I keep on getting drained. ऐसा नहीं है that the wall which I have built, like the fourth wall, it's constantly there. But then when I'm not alive there, like अगर मैं किसी से मिलने जा रही हूँ, बात कर रही हूँ, और मुझे पता है कि ये conversation exhausting है और I'm paying attention, it is exhausting. There are some times where I miss to build the wall because I feel that conversation will be helpful. But then I just miss and pretend. जो भी होता है. I mean, I do mistakes and then I keep on doing it. I'm a human. Everybody should do mistake and learn from
I
that
think that is the
mistake.
best part that you are saying is that learn from your failures.
Yeah.
Because that they are the best teachers.
Exactly. I mean, tell me something that why. I mean, I shouldn't be, but it's very evident. It's very honest thing कि कोई गरीब को डिप्रेशन क्यों नहीं होता है? क्योंकि उसके पास समय ही नहीं है. उसके पास समय ही नहीं है इन सब चीज़ों पे ध्यान देने का. उसके पास स्ट्रेट वो रात को घर जाता है, खाना खाता है, 2 रोटी जो उसको मिलता है, प्याज और रोटी भी खा के वो रहेगा. सुबह वो अपना काम करेगा, पैसे लाएगा, अपनी वाइफ को, अपनी बेटी को देगा, सोएगा. नहीं है उसके पास समय. तो हम जो गैप देते हैं ना खुद को, वो जो हमारा कंफर्ट जोन बनते जा रहा है, उस वजह से वी आर फेसिंग अ लॉट ऑफ इश्यूज विद मेंटल हेल्थ. आई माई सेल्फ फेस्ड एंग्जाइटी. आई हैव नेवर फेस्ड दोज थिंग्स. अभी it has got a little normal, but I think a month back I was facing this anxiety. I was getting anxiety attacks like
Okay.
2 o'clock in the night. It's just a normal sleep and all, and then I'll get up and I'll start crying.
Oh.
And it was, I didn't tell my parents. I didn't know how they will react because they don't even know what is this mental health.
Yeah.
So उनको नहीं पता ये सब because most of the families या जिनको जो सादा गांव से आते हैं उनको नहीं पता रहता कि ये चीज़ क्या है. तो I thought okay, ऐसे तो आ नहीं रहे, पढ़ने का मौका मिल नहीं रहा है, let me just थोड़ा चीट कर लो. और शायद टीचर ने पकड़ लिया था. तो I don't know, मैंने कभी ऐसे कोई एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट्स नहीं मारे थे. मेरे प्रिंसिपल को मैं बहुत पसंद थी एज अ स्टूडेंट. तो ही कॉल्ड माई पेरेंट्स एंड ही डिडंट इवन कंप्लेन. ही वाज लाइक शी चीटेड इन हर एग्जाम बट आई नो शी कैन डू रियली बेटर. शी इज लाइक अच्छी. मतलब दैट वाज द फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ आवर कॉलेज ऑल्सो एंड वी वर द फर्स्ट बैच. सो ही वाज लाइक आई नो शी विल डू ग्रेट. She just needs to focus, and you guys need to focus on her. And I was so embarrassed because I felt कि मैंने अपने मम्मी पापा का वहाँ पे भी नाक कटा दिया. I'm not doing anything. मैं घर से आ गई, सब कुछ मैं ही बर्बाद कर रही हूँ ना. पापा को भी ऐसा लग रहा है कि लड़की क्यों हुई मेरे पास, लड़का होता तो शायद मुझे सपोर्ट करता. So it's too much. That's why I'm saying I've seen so much in my life where I feel that fuck, मैं अभी उम्र से ज़्यादा पड़ी
So
गई.
after this incident, you attempted this.
Yeah, and I still remember I literally died. I had a flashback that till then whatever I have done, वो सारे flashbacks आए थे मेरे पास. And वो flashback आए and then a swap, और फिर मुझे घबराहट होने लगी यहाँ पे. And I removed and I fell down. And then my father came and मैं रोने लगी. And then he was like, what happened? I was like, "Yeah, I did that." And then my father started crying. उस दिन मार पड़ने से बच गई. But then I always feel that this is my second life. I know that I was dead.
And you regret that decision?
No, I never regret it. Sometimes I feel that was the right moment where I realized कि मरने से कुछ होगा नहीं. Maybe ये तकलीफ़ों से बच जाएंगे, but there will be next life जहाँ पे इससे ज़्यादा तकलीफ होगी. तो why not to fight with all those problems? जो मेरी anxiety attacks और मेरी जो टॉक्सिसिटी की, अंधेरे में रहना, लोगों से नहीं मिलना जुलना किसी से, वो इसलिए मैं कंट्रोल कर पाई बिना हेल्प के, बिकॉज आई हैव सीन ऑल दोज, बिकॉज आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड ऑल दोज थिंग्स. इट वॉज ईजियर फॉर मी टू कम आउट ऑफ दैट जोन. देयर आर सो मेनी पीपल हु कांट डू दैट, देन दे कमिट सुसाइड, which is like, I feel, I wish I can help them, but I always feel I'm not the right person. I may give you the right direction, but then you have to walk by your own.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the whole story.
Achha, Manya, this has been your journey till Femina,
Yeah.
and I want to know the struggles post that. How has life been after that? Because I think people imagine that it's a very good kickstart. It gives a kickstart to your life. So is it for real, or there are real struggles after that?
It's in the both ways. It's for a real also. It's a kickstart because you're a known face.
Yeah.
You get to know with your name. You get to know Miss India title. You are in the history.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll never be forgotten.
Yeah.
That is the perk of it. But yes, there are a pressure and a responsibility where we have to maintain. I have to be like Miss India. I have to walk like Miss India so that people keep on recognizing me. I can't be. Earlier, I used to wear my tracks and t-shirts, and I used to walk in mall. That's me. But now, I mean, I have to be in poise because whenever I go for like makeup or something खरीदने के लिए, they recognize me. They say, "Oh, आप मान्य हो ना?" तो I mean, I do that stuff. वो ट्रैक और टी-शर्ट तो मैं भी करती हूँ. मुझे कोई नहीं रोक सकता. That's me. But then there is a pressure to maintain a certain life, which I don't agree with it, because I don't follow it.
Okay.
I mean, it's 50-50%. If it's required, highly required, then I be like Miss India. When it's not, then I be myself. Because if I'll be completely like Miss India, there will be no Manya. There will be no realness and rawness. I got Miss India title because I was Manya Singh. Why should I erase that identity?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and the struggle is still there, yeah. I mean,
Because I think Mumbai is a difficult place.
it's a dry place. When I am 22, and I got crowned when I was 19. So the first thing I asked myself, what now? Because when I started applying for Miss, I thought, okay, 25, 26 तक होगा. There will be too much of age. उसके बाद देखेंगे. So when it happened in 19, I got a big doubt. That I was like, अब क्या करना है? Because I never had a plan for acting. I never had a plan for anything. There was no after Miss India plan. There was just Miss India.
You just focused on till that point.
Yes. So when
And suddenly when you achieved it, then it became like a new thing that you entered into.
I mean, it's like, you know, you want something, and when you actually get it, then they're like, okay.
What next?
No, it's always like, is it? I'm like, सच में मिल गया? Okay, fine. फिर उसके वो उतनी खुशी जितना हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि बहुत खुशी होगी, उतनी नहीं होती है. आई वॉज हैप्पी विथ फॉर माई पेरेंट्स कि उनकी लाइफ में एक खुशी आई है, बट मुझे उतनी खुशी नहीं मिली बिकॉज आई वॉज नॉट सेटिस्फाइड
Satisfied with?
with the, I mean,
Like, what do you have in mind? What do you want to achieve?
I don't know. I want to have everything. I don't know. I knew that I was not satisfied. I was happy. I was.
And I think you were young, so a lot of ambition came in, and you want to achieve a lot of things at that age.
Yeah. I mean, still, उस time when I got crowned, I was kind of. When I got crowned, I was actually happy, but I was not satisfied. There wasn't a happiness from inside.
Okay.
There was a smile in front of media, and smile for my parents, smile for everybody. But then I felt that, now what? Now there will be another challenge, there will be another struggle, which I wanted to avoid. But then now there is, again I have to start from zero. वो डर मेरे अंदर बैठ गया. Because पहले मेरे पास खोने के लिए कुछ नहीं था.
Now you have this
Thing to lose.
stage that you have entered.
Yeah.
That is your starting point now.
Exactly. Now I can't.
पहले कोई starting point नहीं था.
Yeah.
अभी एक starting point है.
बट टू बी ऑनेस्ट प्रणव, हमेशा क्या होता है ना कि हम सोचते हैं कि अभी मिस इंडिया बन गए तो यहाँ से ही स्टार्ट करना है, बट एक्चुअली इफ यू वांट टू गेट इनटू एक्टिंग और एंटरटेनमेंट यू हैव टू स्टार्ट अगेन फ्रॉम जीरो.
Because that's a very different trajectory of
the entire profession.
It is a different profession, yes.
Exactly. So yeah, it's another challenge.
Yeah.
Now at some point I've worked so hard. मुझे ना थोड़ा डर से लगने लगता है जब मुझे बहुत स्ट्रगल की बात आती है. तो मैंने जैसे स्टार्टिंग में ही बोला दैट आई एम लैकिंग इन वर्किंग हार्ड, दो आई एम वर्किंग हार्ड, बट मैं अब थक जाती हूँ. मैं एग्जॉस्ट हो जाती हूँ. पहले मैं थकती नहीं थी.
Like mentally exhausted?
हाँ, मेंटली एग्जॉस्ट हो जाते, फिजिकली एग्जॉस्ट हो जाते हैं कि यार अब कितना, बस हो गया ना. माई पेरेंट्स दे देमसेल्फ लाइक बस हो गया माने, शांत हो जाओ अभी.
So when you say this, it is about the acting work that you are getting into, or
Yeah.
what that is causing this exhaust?
It's all the acting because we see different people and then we've been through a lot कि उस सिचुएशन में हम इतना डरे हुए होते हैं कि कुछ लोग होते हैं रास्ते से दोस्ती कर लेते हैं, कुछ लोग रास्तों से दुश्मनी कर लेते हैं. तो मेरा रास्तों से दुश्मनी हो गई है, दोस्ती नहीं हुई है. तो वो चीज़ मुझे थोड़ा घबराने की बात होती है मेरे साथ. और आई मीन I sometimes I remind myself that I don't have anything to lose. I mean, this is something which I have, okay, forever, but I'm not going to lose it. It's there. But there was one time I had a film offer, Kannada film offer, and I walked out of that film after मुहूर्त. वो मुहूर्त होने के बाद मैंने वो फिल्म छोड़ी.
Reason being
trust issues. The story, last moment उन्होंने story change कर दी, which I was not okay with. And then when I came Bombay, I told them that I'll not be able to do because I feel first film should be on trust and the people which I'm working with.
Yeah.
So if it's not there, I can't betray myself. That's the most important thing. And then when I came, I walked up to my best friend Shaheen, and then मैंने उससे बोला ऐसे problems है. And she was like, if you want to do it, you can do it. तेरे पास खोने को कुछ नहीं है, पाने को भी कुछ नहीं है, खोने को भी कुछ नहीं है, तेरा कुछ नुकसान नहीं होगा. But I would suggest not to do it. And then my gut was also saying कि don't do it. And then I walked out. I mean,
you appreciate that decision?
Yeah. I never take any decision where I have to regret. Instead, there are only two decisions which I have taken, and it was disaster. So, yeah. उसके बाद से मैं बहुत careful रहती हूँ.
Film industry में how difficult is it to trust because you're facing it day in day out?
It's very difficult to trust. Very difficult. You can't trust anybody, and you can't untrust anybody. You just have.
So you
to
don't really know who is your friend.
Nobody is your friend. It's a competition. It's a pure competition. Nobody is your friend. Simple. Somebody is taking shortcut, you don't even know it. So just be very clear in your mind that there is no friend here. There is no family here. It's just a work stuff. Do your work, come back home, make your own way, and then do it. That's it.
And Manya, nepotism के बारे में what do you think?
I feel why it's bad. People only appreciate it.
Yeah.
Imagine अगर हर चीज़ में मैं होती तो कौन जाता देखने. I mean थोड़े लोग जाते ना. लेकिन अगर सुहाना शाहरुख खान सर की लड़की है तो excited थे लोग, right? Because she is Shahrukh Khan sir's daughter. People are pretty excited and very excited because they want to see the phase of Shahrukh Khan sir's life.
Yeah.
So उनका कोई मिस्टेक ही नहीं है.
No, it is not there because see, they're not doing it intentionally. It has been designed like that for quite some time now.
I mean,
But it is, I
people
think,
keep on
it becomes
giving
struggle
excuse.
for people who are new to the industry.
No, it's not. I'll tell you, the new people's journey is very easier than the star kids.
That too.
Why? Because star kids जो होते हैं वो हर लेवल पे उनको कंपेयर किया जाता है उनके फादर से, उनको उनके फैमिली मेम्बर्स से, तो उनको हर लेवल पे अपने आप को प्रूव करना रहता है. लाइक आलिया भट्ट, शी हैड टू प्रूव. हर हाईवे हो गया, राजी हो गया, हर जगह. दैट्स हाउ पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड बिलीविंग इन आलिया भट्ट.
Yeah.
स्टूडेंट ऑफ द ईयर से लेके लास्ट फिल्म उनकी, मतलब आई वॉच राजी, तब तक उन्होंने अपने आप को प्रूव किया है. लाइक रॉकी रंधावा वाली फिल्म भी, क्या थी उस फिल्म का नाम? रॉकी और रॉकी की रानी. तो कोई भी स्टार किड को अपने आप को प्रूव करना पड़ता है. फॉर अ न्यू कमर्स इट्स जस्ट अ वन शॉट, एक हिट, यू आर लाइक विजय वर्मा. उनको कोई प्रूव करने की जरूरत नहीं है. जेमी शेरगिल, राइट, जो रॉकेट बॉयज में थे, उनको भी कोई प्रूफ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. उनका एक वेब सीरीज हिट है, उनको दूसरा ऑफर आ जाएगा, दूसरा में तीसरा ऑफर आ जाएगा. दैट्स हाउ, आई मीन, वी नीड टू बी वेरी क्लियर कि व्हाट वी आर सेइंग, बिकॉज इट्स जस्ट द बॉम्बे में ना अपॉर्चुनिटीज कम है, डिमांड एंड सप्लाई का प्रॉब्लम है. तो जब लोगों को अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिलती, उनको कुछ तो एक्सक्यूज चाहिए ना कि वो क्यों अनसक्सेसफुल है.
करेक्ट.
तो दे स्टार्ट ब्लेमिंग द नेपो ऑफ किड्स. दे विल गेट इट. किसी डॉक्टर का लड़का डॉक्टर ही बनेगा क्योंकि उसने अपने पिता को देखा है वो पूरे मेडिकल की पढ़ाई करते हुए.
Basically, if they want to, they can do something else, but it is the easier way out.
Yeah.
Because there is a set.
They have
पूरा एक
grown
system set है.
around it.
Everyone they know is around that industry.
Exactly. So for them they have grown around it. Like वो करण जौहर के ग्रुप में ऐसे उनके लिए it's like a family get together. For us, Karan Johar is sitting, we are like, okay, he's a director. For them it's like uncle.
Understood.
It's very easy, but I can't blame
But I think
them.
both have their own struggles.
Yeah,
You're
I think
right
for
about
them,
it.
For them it's
It
very
is not
difficult.
that one is easy, one is hard.
Yeah.
Both have their own struggles of life.
It's always like,
For them, it is easier to get direct connection to someone, but it is harder to prove themselves.
exactly. And it's always, I can say, for a newcomer, if they don't come from a very strong financial background, they face money problem. So to sustain in the industry and to stay in the Bombay is the difficult part.
Yeah.
So one phase I can say that, yeah, they are way blessed for that. But when it comes to talent, we all have to prove.
But overall, it is it is not a win-win for one. It is difficult for both.
Yeah, I never
Both
blame
have their
on
own
them.
difficulties, basically.
Yeah, I never blame. I mean, so many people have told ये industry सिर्फ उनके लिए है जिनके माँ बाप हो वही आगे जाते हैं.
No, there are many actors who have
Yeah,
proved it wrong.
like so many
There-
people have
there-
done wrong, right things.
Yeah.
So I mean, I never blame, and that's their destiny, that's
Yeah.
their karma. Why do I have to crib कि भाई उसको क्यों मिल रहा है मुझे क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है? मैं अगर उस लेवल पे रहूँगी, अगर मेरी एक वेब सीरीज अच्छी होगी, शायद उसको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली हुई मुझे मिल जाएगी, because I'm a good actor. So we, like, I mean, as a newcomer, I have to prove myself just one.
So you
the
have to
break.
focus on your acting, and वो एक break मिलेगा, and you'll
Exactly.
shoot from there.
Yeah, for example, Tripti, Animal, best example. She did Kala, she did Patal Log nahi, Bulbul, she did, right? She was a main lead. She proved herself. Even though Animal नहीं होता, तब भी वो 2-3 उन्होंने फिल्में साइन कर ली हैं. People are realizing it now because she is famous in normal people now. But film industry में वो already famous है. तृप्ति का काला होते ही her first was लैला मजनू, then she did बुलबुल, then she did काला. उसके बाद she did अभी she is doing राज सर की फिल्म with I think Rajkumar or somebody. She is doing main lead work. So
there are times when a new actor, if they find the right if they listen to their gut feeling and then they go in the right direction and focus on their acting.
Yeah,
so I think
it's all about craft. It's all about craft. You have to put in a lot of it.
Eventually, even with the star kid, even with the newcomer, it is about the acting. No, it is about the acting that works. There are people who are star kids, but they don't still know acting. They're still not able to perform.
Yeah, I mean, imagine उनके parents ने भी तो एक time पे बहुत मेहनत की होगी. उसका फल वो खा रहे हैं, आप मेहनत करो आपके बच्चे फल खाएंगे. It's very straight funda.
Manya, how was your experience with Bigg Boss? That is something I like. In a summarized manner, what was your
It was it was something which I will never expect myself again to do, because I was terrified. I knew that I was not meant for that show. It was first I got cheated with my manager during when I was in my house, and secondary I was not able to be myself. I thought okay, मैंने कभी कोई एपिसोड देखा नहीं था, तो मेरे लिए बहुत कैंडिड था कि अंदर जाना है, मान्या बनना है, हो जाएगा. But then when I realized that this whole thing is ulta.
Scripted है सब.
Yeah, you can't be yourself. Scripted in the sense of ये नहीं होता है कि आपको स्क्रिप्ट दी जा रही है. It's just if for example if I'm some other contestant और मैंने 15 के 15 सीजन देखे और मुझे पता है कि क्या चीज़ चलती है बिग बॉस में, तो मैं अपना माइंडसेट वैसे ही बना के आऊँगा और आऊँगी कि मुझे ऐसे बिहेव करना है.
You'll be better prepared. आप चले गए without preparation.
हाँ, और मुझे लगा क्या ही प्रिपेयर, सब अपना है, वो जो है वो बन रहे होंगे. But I came from very non-acting background. I don't know how to it's acting or what. It's like okay, I need to be myself. And when I met Salman sir only, he only told me that it's not for you. I mean, Bigg Boss is not for you. And it was on my face. I mean, I remember when I so after party होती है Bigg Boss के, and I was sitting and I was having biryani. मैं कौन फोटो खिंचाएगा, खाने पे फोकस करते हैं. मतलब बाद में करेंगे. He was there till entire night. I'll go and click picture of any time. Let's focus on biryani. सब दारू पी के उसमें हाथ डालेंगे. Clean बिरयानी खाते हैं. So he saw and he called me and I went. Then उनके बोलने से पहले I told him that I'm sorry, I just came out in 3 weeks. I was like 3 week? मैंने तो expect नहीं किया था, तू 1 week में आएगी ऐसा लगा था. ये तो बेइज्जती है. हाँ, like you can't. You are very naive. Naive people नहीं, वहाँ पे शैतान लोग चाहिए.
Bigg Boss में.
हाँ, तो मैंने वाला fair enough. And I was like, oh, he himself told me that it doesn't matter. It's like you just have to do your work, and after this your destiny will decide that what you want to do. So work hard, that you know. So it was very pleasant conversation between him and me.
But you realize that that place is not for you.
I already realized it. I told when I went inside, they told me why you are here. I was like पैसे कमाने. ना मैं अपने पास पैसे चाहिए. So ठीक है. I mean that was सभी पैसे कमाने आए थे वहाँ पे. बस कोई बोल नहीं रहा था, मैंने बोल दिया. But then it is done and dusted and I'm just over it. People ask me that do you watch, and I no. I haven't even watched mine. How will I watch another season? Genuinely मैंने नहीं देखा है. मेरा भाई बोलते देखना है, मैंने नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं. मैं खुद से नफरत नहीं करना चाहती.
So your focus now is purely on your career, which is acting.
It is something which I want to do. It's kind of my passion. But I'm still studying also. I'm preparing for my master. I'm preparing for CAT.
Okay.
So
MBA?
Yeah, I was getting seat in my own college, Thakur, but then I denied because I felt that this is not justified to other children who all are preparing for MBA. So I told them that I'll clear my entrance exam. Whichever college I'll get, I'll take it.
Okay.
It's as per my efforts. Then I'll feel happy that मैंने किसी की seat नहीं ली है. So then I started preparing for it and I'm still doing it. It's hard, but I'm not getting time due to that.
So you want to go for the MBA?
Yeah, I want to go for MBA and then PhD.
Is it?
Yeah. And then after, I'm still 22, so it will happen till 26, 27, 28 तक हो जाएगा.
PhD will take 3 to 5 years.
3 years basic, yeah.
On average 3 to 5.
हाँ, so ये 2 साल, वो अगर 3-4 साल हो गए 28 में मैं, फिर उसके बाद देखेंगे कुछ और कर रहा होगा तो. नौकरी नहीं करनी बस.
अच्छा.
वो 9 to 5 नहीं होता मुझसे. That's not me.
So I mean, you will be trying acting and
this is something which will keep on happening.
Yeah.
But I want to keep myself educated and knowledgeable. I don't want to be like, okay, I'm everywhere. I want to be like well known educated person.
Okay.
And if this industry will happen, I have never thought about that I'll come into acting, and I am into acting now. So it's always unexpected. तो जैसे रास्ता दिखाएंगे वैसे चलते हैं. हम मेहनत तो कर रहे हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि अपॉर्चुनिटी आएगी तो मैं लूँगी, नहीं, आई एम वर्किंग टूवर्ड्स इट, आई एम डूइंग माई वर्क, आई एम पुटिंग एज अ एक्टर जो मुझे काम करना चाहिए वो मैं करती हूँ. तो या मेरे एफर्ट्स से आते हैं, अब उसका आउटकम जब आना होगा तब आएगा.
Yes.
बट एटलीस्ट आई शुड बी, एज आई सेड, आई डोंट गिव माई सेल्फ टाइम, आई हैव टू बी सम, कुछ ना कुछ मुझे करना है वरना मैं पागल हो जाऊंगी. ये बहुत अजीब
You
है.
keep yourself busy.
Yes.
Manya, we have one activity planned for you. We'll play your interview from Femina Miss India, and I want to know your reaction after 3 years now.
No. Yeah.
Manya Singh, representing Uttar Pradesh, is a call center executive who has an invincible spirit and strives to excel in whatever she takes up.
Would you erase the year 2020 from your memory or preserve it, and why?
2020 हम लोग के लिए बहुत सारी यादें, अच्छी भी बुरी भी दे के गया है. और कहते हैं लाइफ में जब कोई बुरा चीज़ होता है तो वो हमें कुछ ना कुछ सिखा के जाता है. तो मैं कभी भी कोई चीज़ें अगर मुझे गलत लगी है, उसने मुझे कुछ सिखाया है, तो मैं उसे इरेज नहीं करूँगी, मैं उसे प्रिजर्व करके रखूँगी. मैं उससे सीखूँगी कि मुझे क्या सीख मिली है और मैं आगे बढ़ूँगी. क्योंकि लाइफ है, उतार चढ़ाव आते रहते हैं. ये हम पे डिपेंड करता है कि हम इससे क्या सीखते हैं और कैसे आगे बढ़ते हैं. धन्यवाद.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मान्या. Very well answered.
Thank you so much, Manya. Thank you so much.
India 2020 runner-up is. 20 runner-up is.
I knew this is
Manya
mine.
Singh from Uttar Pradesh. Congratulations.
Oh my God, I still don't, I can't even believe it. I mean, अभी तक आज तक मुझे भरोसा नहीं होता that I got crowned as Miss India. I mean, I never imagined. I was like, okay, I'm competing.
But in that moment, when they were about to announce,
I knew.
You knew it?
Yeah, I knew. I
You
knew
had that gut feel?
it's not mine. It's mine. I was very clear.
Oh.
I mean, एक तो हिंदी बोला था, पूरा स्टेज हिल गया था. दूसरा मैं बच्चों की तरह जवाब दे रही थी. And one thing I know that जब Neha ma'am was asking questions, so she said, I'm gonna ask this question in English. So, and I don't know, something came in my mind. I was like, I'm gonna answer this question in Hindi. तो I'm gonna answer, हाँ ऐसे. तो she started laughing. But it was very genuine thing. But I still feel I'm so.
But you pulled it off with very confidence, like so. That
I didn't know
confidence-
anything. I didn't know कि क्या होने वाला है. I mean, they asked me a question and it came. I mean, girls were groomed and उनके classes से उनको questions बताए थे कि आपको ऐसे ऐसे questions पूछ सकते हैं कि आप previous questions देख लो previous years के. मैंने कुछ नहीं देखा था. As I said, मैं बहुत मेरा preparation मेरे खुद की gut feeling पे होता है. तो मैं बहुत evidently गई थी कि जो बोला जाएगा पूछा जाएगा, either I am gonna make it or I'm gonna break it. I mean, cry for it. So I knew it is mine, but till now I can't believe that it's mine because it's such a surreal thing कि मैं मेरे कबर्ड में क्राउन रखा रहता है लॉकर में और मैं भूल के भी वो कबर्ड खोलती नहीं हूँ.
Why?
I just don't have that strength to watch it. The girl who tried killing herself got Miss India crown. It's kind of impossible. I think I've never said it, but it's something very personal. So yeah, I still can't believe. I mean, things have changed. Life has changed. No matter where, from here I know, no matter where I go, no matter what I do, no matter, even if I'll fail, even if I'll pass, even if I'll not be able to do something after this, it should not happen like this, but I'll always be proud. I'll always feel happy, though not satisfied, but happy. And I know that abhi to picture baki hai.
It was great talking to you, Manya. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग टिल द एंड। प्लीज़ कमेंट करके हमें बताइए कि आपको ये पॉडकास्ट कैसा लगा और आप किस टॉपिक पे बातें करना चाहेंगे या सुनना चाहेंगे हमसे। हम उन लोगों को अपने शो पर लेकर आएंगे एंड मेंटल हेल्थ के बारे में इन डेप्थ डिस्कशन करेंगे। Please like, subscribe, and share with at least one person because your share can help that person improve their mental health. Thank you so much.